I was reading the paper when I noticed some strangers at my front door. I rushed upstairs and hid Rag in the closet. When the strangers knocked, I didn't want to open the door at all. I just turned around and saw someone approaching the back door. I hurried upstairs to pack, pushed open the window, and Rag and I climbed out one after another. This was all because a virus appeared in the world that only infected women. Less than 1% of women in the world were still alive. If Rag fell into the wrong hands, she'd suffer hellish torture. And so we started our life on the run. At night we found an abandoned church. It was rough, but at least we could sleep there. The next day I decided to go to the place where my father had lived. Because it was a long way, I had to hitchhike on the highway. Luckily, a young man agreed to give us a ride. On the road I kept saying my child was a boy, but the driver saw through the disguise. I had to ask him to stop, then pulled him aside and said I was taking his car. Seeing how strong I was, the man could only watch helplessly as we drove away. I felt guilty inside, but for my daughter's safety I couldn't worry about that. After a long time we got to my father's old house and found people already living there. We were invited in to warm up. 3 old men lived in the house. I realized getting the house back was impossible, so we'd have to stay temporarily. But because I had a girl with me, I had to be extra careful. In the middle of the night I woke Rag up and took her to a nearby shed, hiding our things there just in case. Then we went back to the house. When the old men asked, I said I'd taken the kid out for a run, and so we lived together with the old men. But one day Tom asked me if Rag was actually my daughter. Since we'd been on the run for so many years and I trusted this old man, I told him the truth. The next morning I was woken by the sound of cars outside. I walked to the window and saw several tough-looking men. I rushed to find Tom to ask him about it, but Tom slammed the door shut. I panicked immediately and realized Tom had leaked my daughter's secret.